The idea is always great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our event will start in a few minutes. We would like to invite all the distinguished guests to take the seat and prepare for the program. Thank you for your cooperation.
Nice to meet you.
The remote.
Stand by. Actually, like, people they are coming right now because I think it's quite traffic jam, right? But I think better we start soon.
Yeah, because it's traffic for sure, right?
Yeah.
Because after earthquake, right, the
Sawadika.
need to stay in
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome all of you to our exclusive AI event hosted by TECHVIFY Corporation in the beautiful city of Bangkok. And my name is Ashley Boy, Global Sales Manager from TECHVIFY Corporation. And I'm so honored to be your master of ceremony today. Thank you for everyone for coming here. So, before we dive in, let's take a moment to celebrate the diversity and expertise in this room. So raise your hand, okay? So how many of you guys are coming from BFSI sector? How many of you guys coming from BFSI sector? Okay, thank you so much. So you are the backbones for financial innovation, and we're so glad to have you here. Okay, who's joining us from e-commerce and retail industry? Oh wow, quite a lot. So thank you for being part of our event today. And you are changing how we shop and how we connect. And you also the reason why our wallets are always in trouble. Thank you so much. And what about manufacturing? Is any of you coming from Taiwan? Okay, thank you so much. You are building things that keep the world changing and running. Oh, thank you so much. And to everyone here, to all the business leaders and tech innovators in Thailand and Singapore, we would love to welcome all of you to join our event today. Okay, and thank you so much. And let's take a moment to appreciate TECHVIFY Corporation, BOD, our amazing guest speakers, our event organizing team, and also the hotel staff. None of that would be possible without them. So please welcome them and give them a big applause. Thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, to officially kickstart our event today, I would like to welcome here a very special guest. So please join me in welcome Mr. Vincent Ding, co-founder and Chief Growth Officer from TECHVIFY Corporation.
Sorry, Thailand. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vincent. I'm the co-founder and also Chief Growth Officer coming from TECHVIFY Corporation. So it's really a great honor for me, for TECHVIFY, for all the guest speakers and also the panelists joining us today, right? To welcome all of you here. Actually, standing here for me is very special moment because it reminds me about the time I got 6 years ago when I just first time came here doing the business with the Thai companies here. And I was one of the very pioneer bringing the service, the solution coming from the IT company in Vietnam to do the business with the Thai companies here. So I think 6 years, right? Things have been changed so much, especially about the tech adoption for the Thai market, right? So we then gathered here today. I think with the motivation from our side, we really want to bring a section for all of us to share and also to learn the knowledge and also to exchange the knowledge as well. That's why I invited here today the Kun Tony coming from the Mall Group Danielle coming from BZH International, Kun Anand coming from the Mock Group as well, and also like we have David coming from TECHVIFY Corporation. So they will be over here today, right? Share their like experience and also like the key insight. And I hope that it's gonna be like a great event for you to like learn and also exchange the knowledge as well. So thank you so much again for coming here, and I will see you back like in the panel discussion section today. Yep, enjoy. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for setting up the stage. And we promise today you will have the insightful and engaging discussion later on. So ladies and gentlemen, over these hours, so we are discovering how AI transforming BFSI, retail, e-commerce, and manufacturing sector. So with that one, will be shared by our keynote speakers. And you will have the keynote speaker from Tony from Dermo Group, and also Daniel Lee from DZH International Singapore, and also from David Ho, our head of technical consultant from TECHVIFY Corporation. Yeah, and following with that, we will have a panel discussion hosted and moderated by Vincent Ding, our Chief Growth Officer. Yeah, and throughout the day, you will have the opportunities to network with all the industry leaders from Thailand and from Singapore as well. Okay, so are you excited to get started today? Yeah. Say it louder, everyone. Are you excited to get started? Yes. Okay, thank you so much. And please join me in welcoming the very first keynote speaker. Please welcome Tony William for VP of Marketing Innovation and Data Intelligence from Dermo Group. So with nearly 2 decades of experience in digital transformation, AI-powered customer experience, and data intelligence, Tony has been at the forefront of driving change in retail industry. He's been working with both startups and large enterprises to deliver innovative solutions that keep customers engaged and keep coming back. And today, he will be sharing his insight on the compelling story with Dermo Group. So let's give Tony a big applause to welcome him on the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a lot of energy actually. This section starts because when I talked to Vincent, it's two months ago maybe. He said he asked me, Tony, can you be my speaker? Something. I said, about what? It's about AI. I said, no, I'm not the expert actually. But anyway, the more I try to do a lot about the AI, but we just like baby actually. We can share for you. And should we start about the Mock Group first? Because I know you guys from a lot of different companies, right? So we need to show where we are right now, and then what is the Mock Group? I think we can talk. And first I would love to introduce the Mock Group first, right? Because maybe you guys don't know, maybe all of you know about the Mock yet. It's about first we have the Paragon. The mall and CMP1 in the downtown. And we have M-Square, the brand new one. Is that we have Emporium and we have M-Courtier. It's that we call M-District in the Midtown. On the first line, we call the destination mall. It's different from the local mall, shopping mall. And we also have the local shopping mall too. Let's say we have the car park, we have Namong we have Bangkok and Bangkok. Bangkok we just launched last year actually. So and we try to build them, local shopping mall to be a new destination of those areas too. And we also have this one, Gourmet Market, if you know, right? It will make the design of our shopping mall and then standalone as well. And 2 years later, we will have the Bangkok mall. We came over 1 million square meter. So let's say bigger than Paragon 2 times. So this is the physical world we have. You can see. And the other one, we have what the core product we do. We have the M-Card application. So M-Card application became we have over 6 million people in the membership. And in about the segment we have family, and we have as you can see the number. And we also have the 64% of female, and male is 36%. This number it's not magic, right? Because right? When I asked my mate, hey mate, do you have M-Card? My mate said, yeah, I have M-Card. So you use my own card? He said, no. I said, why? Because I always using my white card actually. So you know who is the boss right now, right? That's why the female is come up like 64%, right? Okay, so that we have right now with the small group, right? So for the AI adoption journey, so I think, so like I said, like we're quite new with the AI actually, but we try to do a lot of things. And some of team in here, right? And they try to do a lot and then have a lot of questions to me too. Why we gotta go to AI? Tony, if you have AI, you gotta replace my job, right? You know what I said? I said, yes. For sure, why not? Because AI, right, can work 24/7. No tired, no sick leave, no emotional, they can work, right? But you want to fire me? I said, no. I keep you, but not this version. Because this version is not the same as if you know the AI. So that's why my team try to learn more about the AI too, right? In terms of the adoption, it starts like, if you not use AI right now, this guy gonna come for sure, right? You know this guy? Okay. And our AI adoption is start for two types of AI adoption. First is about the internal work, but the other is about external use too. Internal work is about the workflow, right? Work process. How can we do it faster, more efficient, and about it's about making our work better than before. And the other one is up to the end customer. So that's why we try to build both. Because if my team, they didn't know about the AI, how can we bring the AI to the customer and build more experience to the customer too, right? So the first one, let's start with internal use for what we have right now. So yeah, we have the data-driven impact, right? It's about AI assistant for exclusive. I will show you later. So what is it? And it's about product recommendation AI for staff. So I will show you too what it is. And about the software development process too. So what we try to do with AI. Because we don't have a lot of developers in my team and data science team. We have just really, if you compare to other companies, we just 20 people or something, right, for software developer and data science. So but we have a lot of projects. But if you don't use AI, how it works, right? So let's start with on the first one. So it's about, right, the data from the exclusive, right? I have some of my team called data service. Data service, what they do is like if the exclusive, like my boss, me, or the other team, right, they need some data, right? So what they do, they got to open ticket, right? And they come to talk with the meeting. And then after that, it takes like 1 week already, and then they just get data. So what we do, we try to have like prompt AI in just internal use. If you just prompt this and you can get some simple data. The thing we should control too is about the asset control, because there's some level can do it, but some level can't do it, but different thing. It's how it works. It's like just concept, right? So we have the prompt on top, right? Let's say we have line, and we have some chatbot, right? And then the second one is about the AI engine. We try to do it like ChatGPT, Gemini, and the other one too. And down here it's about like legacy system. We have a lot of legacy system too. We can't move everything to cloud right now. So it's the issue too. So that's why we try to move some to our data warehouse. And then after that we can connect it together. And then after the AI can learn and then just prompt them and then they can get data easier than before. Because I mentioned you in the first time, right? They can get the data maybe 3 days, 1 week, 2 weeks, right? For this one, make us just really, if my boss wants to know, right? If she doesn't want to do it herself, right? Just prompt and get data to her. It's just 2 minutes. So this is what we try to adopt on the first time. And I know it's really simple, but it's not like advanced yet. But we try to do more too. We try to really get about the legacy system to move everything to cloud, but not all yet. I think many companies are in the same situation for sure. And the other one, we are the shopping center, right? The promotion come up with like every 2 weeks. and very complicated. Let's say like one get one free, buy two, get one, buy one, get a lot of coupon can buy some, and the other, how can you remember? Because the customers always ask you for sure, right? And then my staff said, yeah, I can remember, and then ask them, probably get some, virtual, and then they can leave this, right? But it's not easy. This one we try to run for our staff too. Let's say like we put some promotion like unstructured data. Let's say unstructured data is from PDF, from the picture from the bank, because we have the bank promotion too, right? They just send us this just the picture, and then we have unstructured with the PDF stuff, and then line by line with the English mixed up with Thai. And if the customer come to us and my staff, and then they get a prompt this, and then they will get some. Okay. So this one we do with Salesforce. We did it not use right now. But
เกิดขึ้นตอนนี้นะครับเดี๋ยวจะทอดสำหรับใช้แฟกชีในการหาข้อมูลของทีวีทั้งหมดที่มีราคาตั้งแต่ 50,000 บาทลงไปนะครับอย่าลืมนะครับว่าแฟกชีเนี่ยเป็นภาษาอังกฤษแต่มันสามารถที่จะอ่านแล้วก็แปลออกมาเป็นภาษาไทยได้นะครับเนี่ยครับอย่างที่เห็นเราถามต่อครับอยากได้ทีวี65 นิ้วนะครับสิ่งที่เกิดขึ้นครับเดนเทนฟอร์สครับก็จะใช้ตัวแฟกชีตัวนี้ครับของตัวทีวีเนี่ยในการหาข้อมูล
Okay, this one we try to launch with end customer too, but it's not yet now. Because why? Because we try to train them like just specific outreach promotion, of with the competitor, with the other one. Just and then you can see later. We got a plan right now. If we're lucky, maybe this year we can do this. Okay, the other one is about the software development process. Software development process, actually this very own slide. I think I got to update first soon because we are on AWS right now, and then when you design the database or design the architecture, right now they can prompt for you, and then you just need the people to check if it's right for you or not. And then after that, we get like really good architecture already, right? This one, we think AI can help you about it. And the other one, when you develop, right, you have a lot of developer too. Like let's say internal and external developer too. When they pair the code, right, what you gotta do, line by line, right, with your eye, might take a little to see, like line by line compare each other. But the AI, now with the GitHub Copilot, they can, combine you together and they suggest you too. And this code is quite complex, right? They can generate the test code for you as well. That's why we try to do internal use right now. And this is one is for software development also. It's about the Slack AI. So we try to have that because our project manager have a lot of projects to do, right? But some project is same before, maybe some project is quite different before, right? So that's why we using for the generated workflow first. Because we need to connect, just like art, right? Just only develop, right? It's not that good. Maybe we got to talk with the merchandise too, which can be a different process. So that's why they try to generate and then recapture everything for that, and then we can just make faster too. This is our initial work, and I think it's not yet. Okay, this one is from my design team, right? When we open the booth and we try to design the UI UX, right? The thing is. For the UX4, right, they can generate simple UX4 for us too. And this is the first one we try to adopt this. And the other one is about generating video in the picture.
Yes, I mean you. Welcome to the mall group. I want to recommend something for you. I hope you'll enjoy it.
Hi there. Need a fresh product? Shop the freshness from everywhere with the Gourmet Market online catalog.
This is just for advertising, right? But we can do it for real too. We launched this one last year, right? From the Tech Source event, and the other one in our UX4 and the UI4 as well. Oh. Anyway, fine. This is not working actually. Okay, maybe AI, like this. Just kidding. The thing is about the external usage, right? What we try to do right now, I tell you, right? We have a lot of legacy systems, but we're not connected on yet. That's why we can't do our fully automation. But the thing we can do is like we can have an AI engine on top of data we have. And then we still have something with, we run with some third party to like technology, right? With Zentalk, right? So we try to connect a lot. And thank you guys to have a lot of use case for us, and then we can implement together later. Okay, let's start with exercise. So have anyone tried the gourmet market before? Oh, great, thank you, sir. So you know we have the smart trolley, right? So have you tried before, right? Yeah, that's great. The idea is start from, the customer want to check out by themselves, right? Now they need to talk, waiting for the long queue, right? So that's why they can capture everything, right, to the market, and then they can check out by themselves. It's just the first step, right? But it's not just that. The thing is, if they try to find something, right, they navigate you to the shelf, and then you can check. This is not AI. It just leads, the navigation, right? But the AI inside is about like when you put something in the bucket already, and then after you check out, and then they will have your historical data, and then after you come and then check in again with our theory, and then you can see some suggestion after that. I know this is not very smart yet, but we try to improve to the next level of the theory. This on the first one that we have. So now we have in the mall market too, right? If anyone have a house near the mall market, should try. We have in Paragon, we have in Quartier actually, and we have in Terminal 21. Yeah, should try. This is a theory, smart theory. And the other one is about the indoor navigation, and it's about the gamification too. You say like, oh, it's not AI training, it's just the indoor navigation. It's yet, in front of you, it's just the AI. But we just lead on the mobile last year, right? It's everything is changed a lot, right? So that's why we try to build the AI indoor navigation with the 2D and 3D. To navigate to you where you want to go. Let's say you want to go to some toilet, you want to go to some S&M, you can search and then you can do the AI in navigation. We just launched this one for the mall Bangkok, the mall Bangkok and Ngam. But we hope this year we can fully launch all of the mall like M district also, right? For this one. And the other one is about communication. If you have some AI, right? You can use the AI and then you can come up with communication with your end customer. But what is it one we try to inject some AI over here? Because then you come with different segments, right? Let's say like my team, this guy loves this one, maybe we can come up with some promotion for him only. But now we just on a segment, what we try to do individual later, we come up with the AI recommendation, my team, and then I will show you later what we can do for this one. And the other one is the AI gamification, right? I think we come up with the two things are almost the same. But the point is that the AI, you can get some coupons specific from you only, but not just from anyone else. So let's say like me come to the mall group, right? So I always looking for some t-shirts, something like this. And it come up with lingerie, but it's weird, right? You should come with something I like. So that's why I try to put in the gamification and with all the AI get into. For this one, we launched this one last year actually. I show you number later. So and you can see how it works. Yeah.
M Card ครับที่ทำให้ประสบการณ์การช้อปปิ้งของคุณง่ายยิ่งขึ้น
Why did you download M Card app first?
ที่เราจะมาช้อปปิ้งอยากจะซื้อสินค้าอะไรรู้อยู่แล้วร้านอยู่ที่ไหนรู้อยู่แล้วแต่พอทำการรีโนเวทใหม่ปุ๊บเนี่ยปรากฏว่าแต่ละร้านก็มีการเปลี่ยนไปเราอาจจะสับสนได้ดังนั้นแอปนี้จะช่วยคุณได้เข้าไปที่ M Card ครับหลังจากนั้นให้เลือกมาที่ฟังก์ชันของ AR and Navigation ครับนี่พอกดเข้าไปปุ๊บเขาจะทำให้เราเปิด AR Navigation ได้นี่ครับเขาก็จะเปิดแมปของ The Mall Live Store บางกะปิแห่งนี้ครับแล้วเราก็ดูได้เลยว่าเราอยู่ตรงไหนนี่ฮะผมอยากจะซื้อรองเท้าเข้าไปที่ค้นหาสถานที่ครับแล้วก็กดเลย Food Locker นี่ฮะขึ้นมาแล้ว Food Locker ใช่ไหมครับกดเข้าไปเลยหลังจากนั้นครับก็ ครับ3 2 1นี่ครับถึงแล้วคุณมาถึงแล้ว
Usually we can come up with some coupon with if we coordinate with some tenant too, right? And then we try to, that I told you, right? We try to input some AI for checking so what you want, what is your behavior, and then if you can get it, you can dedicate, they can suggest you later too. This is for the first year we launched, right? Data is about over 9,000 engagement. So it's really good. So just read 3 more right now, but I think we try to run on more too. But in Korea, maybe waiting for a while, we're not quite sure yet. And the thing is, we happen in Bangkok Mall, if we launch the Bangkok Mall. For this one, is AR hunt, like I showed you already. The other one is about the engine inside, right? That I told you about recommendation. Our data science team tried to build this model. And then we come up with the AI, with the open source AI too. First is, in AR, you can see already, it's about the suggestion in AR and totally already, right? But in the same concept, right? The thing you like, will put in your MCAD application too. For now, you will see like everything is like simple, just like you. Everyone can see the same, right? But later, if we get enough data, you will come up with a different coupon within the thing you like. This one we try to do. And the other one is that how we get that is about, we can get historical data, user behavior, right? You buy something, maybe you like, maybe you just click or you don't like. Or maybe you buy this, or maybe you click and you buy it somewhere else. We don't know, right? And we try to get the other source too, we call the third party data, right? Because when you search from Google or search from the Facebook, right? We try to get this one too. But it's not majority, but majority is about our historical data. And it's first in the application and historical data is from the transaction too. So, and then we come up with this. Actually, it's quite simple, right? But we try to make it happen. Another one we gotta do and improve to the other and anything else too. It's the simple architecture, but right, we a lot of legacy system. So that's why it actually came from the AI first for this architecture, and why we have our technical lead, right, and then change it to make it happen, and then try to prompt it. It's to it's not easy actually. Yes. For the same thing, right? We can personalize reward, we can personalize coupon and message to you, right? It's the same concept but different data, and they come up with something different too. The other one we try to do is like we try to personalize it to individual manner. Because right now, if you come you open MCAD, right, everything the same, right? The menu is almost the same, right? But we try to do with, we want to separate the segment to, let's say you like premium segment, like the mass segment, because it is different team. And the other one, if we can do, right, if we have enough data, we can do individual too. But it's come up with the big data to come up with the big system. So that what we try to learn more is about the ROI. I know everyone is about the ROI, right? We can do it. Yes, but if ROI is not answered, maybe you can skip for a while. So that one is about communication, right? This one is about the thing we got about the transaction with the online catalog and the social media. The thing is the input data side. And the other one is about the thing that we have in the shopping mall. Because now we don't have online shopping, or we just only online catalog. Because our KPI is like the people come to our shopping mall, right? So that's why we keep just only online catalog. They can click and then can browse and see, right? And then we can get the data from the third party like social media, I told you, right? And the other one is transactional, historical data. And then we build this, come up with the AI with the my data science build this, and the other one with the open source AI too. Try to build this gap. So when we we put it to the app, right? Let's say like in the POS system, when you come to check out with our POS system, right? You can see some suggestion. They can ask you, you want something else? Maybe you like this. We have some promotion map for you. So this one we try to do. So But the other one is call to order and chat and shop. But we still have chat and shop. We don't have online yet, but we still have chat and shop. And shop means you can talk in line our line application, right? And then you can order something in there, and then you can come to the mall group, and then you can get the product. So this one. So this one we try to do like for upselling, up promotion. So just reciprocate. And the other one is about like orchestration. I think on our journey, right, on the first one, it's about like we have a lot of data, right, and then we have a customer 360, yes. But the thing we try to communicate with them is about the EDM, right, SMS, chat and the application input application, right, notification website. But the thing is, we don't know who click on this, right? We just balance it. Everyone get the same message with multiple channels, the same message, right? The thing is good, yes, because make sure our end customer can get message for sure, right? But the point is expensive, right? Because you've got to pay for multiple channels. Let's say you've got to pay for EDM, you've got to pay for every channel. For this one, we try to do the journey orchestration. This is our adoption too. This is my experience. It's about like, we have a segment, right? We try to send EDM first. Make sure they read this. If they don't read, we try to send SMS another now. And they not see yet, maybe send to put notification. And then they click and then open already. And then we learn with it. But some people still to end journey, no one quick. So that's why we try to get the AI learn about this too. And then for this, the segment and different people they use in our they say one is different time, right? Because we would love to know right now which channel effect for you. Let's say right you maybe just open email, you like to open email, but the other one that love to open SMS, right? So that one we try to learn, and then our AI we crack this and then try to send this to our customer. This is the thing we learn. It's not all the full journey with automation yet, but we try to do because first reduce the cost, right? Make sure people read our message. So for this one. And the other one is our issue too, because it's the last one. It's a lot of issue about it too. If you know churn model, right? Many people asking you, right, Tony, I want to use your churn model. Let's say like people meet them all like 3 months already, 6 months already, or 1 year already. We try to send some message to them. But the point is, actually, different person, but the behavior is different too, right? Let's say like my team could never look like Kun come to the mall every day. But if the 2 days they disappear, it means you can trigger them, right? But the other guy come every month, right? But if 2 days left, if you send them, it's too early. This is from the concept I think. Or maybe the guy is the 3 months come because for some reason, I don't know, right? But you can trigger them before that. It's too early. They didn't leave message too, right? So that's why our AI, we try to learn the pattern, right? Different person for each person, different behavior, different pattern, and then you can send the message the right time to them to bring them back. So this is the last one we try, and not the last one, we have a lot more, but we try to do to make it happen later. I can show you maybe next time. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you for Tony sharing insight about AI transforming the retail industry. And I believe that AI is definitely changing about the way that we shop and connect. Thank you, Tony, for sharing that in the case study for Memo Group. So everyone, just a quick reminder that behind you, we have a special networking area for one-on-one networking section. So if you want to have that kind of section with Tony or any of our guest speakers, so feel free to reach out to us so we will help you to arrange these kind of sections. Okay, so we're just coming with the retail industry. So we see some of you are coming from BFSI sector, right? So now let's shift our focus into BFSI sector to see how AI is transforming this industry. while navigating through complexities of regulations. So now I would love to introduce the second speakers from outside, Mr. Daniel Lee from DZH International Singapore. So Daniel is now the Director of Special Projects at DZH International Singapore, a leading firm in terms of trading 24/7 trading platform and risk management system for BFSI industry. So everyone, please give a big welcome to Daniel Lee for flying over from Singapore to our event today.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Songkran in advance. My name is Daniel, Director of Special Projects from DZH International from Singapore. Any one of you are following the stock market right now? Yeah, you have been experiencing a roller coasting experience for the past few days. Right, me too. And it's me a few years ago. Now I look younger. Right. So what am I going to talk about today? So for the past years, you have seen a tremendous growth of AI adoption across industry, from e-commerce, manufacturing, as well as BFSI, right? However, we still have a lot to learn from each other on how we can effectively integrate AI into our business use case, right? So today in my keynote, I will share with you some key takeaways on how to adopt and navigate the AI development's complexity in BFSI. Although I'm a technical person, I love to talk about technology, but today the keynotes will focus about the business use cases side of it, right? So let's get started. Alright, so before today's event, a lot of you might be wondering who is DZH, right? Please, I would like to spend a few minutes to introduce you about DZH and DZH International. Right, it's a very big slide. Shanghai DZH is a company listed on Shanghai Stock Exchange. It's one of the largest providers in financial information for business professionals in mainland China. So if you're from mainland China, you must know about Shanghai DZH. Right, we cover around 40% of market share in mainland China, with over 10 million of active users daily. We established in 2000s and with business span across Asia, including Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, Vietnam as well. Right? DZH International, where I'm from, is have been in the market for more than 25 years. So in 25 years of business, we have established ourselves to be one of the leading financial data provider, trading execution provider in Southeast Asia. So we have been OSPA certified since 2020, right? So OSPA is a standard governed by the Association of Banks of Singapore, right? To ensure that our business operations adhere to the highest standard of financial as well as the governance, the consistency as a financial institution in Singapore. Right? Think of this OSPA as an ISO standard, but we need to do an audit every year. Our global footprints span across Asia, from mainland China to Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, and as well as Thailand, and Eurasia and Vietnam. Right? So outside of mainland China, our business located in three biggest financial hubs in Asia: Singapore, Hong Kong, and Japan. In Singapore, we have DZH International. It's one of the largest provider in financial data. We cover around 60% of local market share. Right? We provide bespoke multi-asset trading execution solutions as well as market data integrations. For example, equity trading, future tradings, or commodities markets. In Hong Kong, we have AI Stocks. It's one of the largest cloud trading and financial total service provider, over 70% of local market share. And in Japan, we have DZH Financial Research. It's a prominent local financial information and research provider for the local markets in Japan. Right. So behind the scenes, we contributed to win our clients a lot of awards throughout the years. So those are the recent awards in 2023 and 2024. We're so proud of ourselves to be partnered with one of the largest dealer-based brokerage firms in Singapore and provided around and deployed around 800 multi-market trading terminals for their dealing teams. Right, with the strong leadership teams from Singapore and Malaysia, we have been recognized on our service resiliency as well as the customer service capabilities. So here are some of our global and regional clients in the banking sector. And these are some of our regional clients in the stock broking sector. Right, so let's dive into the main topic today, AI. So let's start with some latest news in AI, right, in the past month. Okay, firstly, where we are now today in terms of AI innovations, we have to thank the advancement of the hardware. The importance of hardware in AI innovation is unquestionable, right? So the more powerful of the hardware, the easier and the approachable the AI training and AI innovation can be, right? So just last year, NVIDIA introduced Blackwell platform, right? If you haven't heard about these Blackwell platforms or read about it, let me sum up for you. It's very powerful, right? So here is one of the feedback or a comment from a satisfied customer. AI already powers everything from our large language models to our content recommendation as a safety system, and it's only going to get more important in the future. Anyone guess who is this customer? Alright, let me move on. We're looking forward to using NVIDIA Blackwell to help train our open source Llama models and build the next generation of Meta AI and consumer products. This one from this guy named Mark, right? So, when you look at it, right, the advancement of hardware and technology had come to an unprecedented speed, and maybe NVIDIA and Blackwell platform just set a new milestone for the new generation of real-time AI agents, AI agentic, generative AI, and physical AI. In BFSI, these three areas, AI agent, AI agentic, as well as Gen AI, are very related. Okay, another news, another research I came across recently is research about the impact of Gen AI in delivering the ROI, the return of investment in the company, in the business, right? So this report was produced by IDC, sponsored by Microsoft. So let's take a look at some key metrics. The adoption of Gen AI rising from 55% in 2023 to 75% in 2024, right? For the top leader, the average ROI even higher, $10.3, and it delivered a substantial returns, 3.7 times than the investment per dollar spent. And the ROI of Gen AI is highest in the financial services. So that's where you see that's the impact and the use case, the importance of Gen AI, the opportunities that you can use Gen AI in your business, right? And the use case will be shifted from productivity use case to more functional and industry specific in the next 24 years. Sorry, not 24 years, 24 months, right? Okay, so the last news I want to share is two new models in the market, right? The first is Zora AI, developed by Deloitte, right? I just met one of the Deloitte partner this morning, so just coincidentally, Deloitte unveiled this Zora AI and tends to use this Zora AI in their finance, especially in the expense management process, right? And their forecast is that this Zora AI will help to reduce the cost by 25%, as well as to improve the productivity by 40%. And of course, last but not least, the hottest guy in the market right now, Gemini 2.5, developed by Google, exceeding all the existing reasoning models in the market right now. right? So in just a course of few months, you will see a lot of new improvement, advancement in AI. And actually, we are entering a new revolution in human history with AI, right? The next thing I want to talk about is the BFSI dynamics, right? Anyone know what is BFSI stand for? Right, it's banking, financial service, and insurance, right? But I want to explain and describe in the three different lanes, right? What is BFSI about? It's about providing multiple products, financial products like funds, stock broking, investment, or insurance, right? So, in short, the focus of BFSI is human-centric wealth management, right? The second lane is about the drive and the influence factors that helps the BFSI company to grow. For example, time to market, digital transformations, globalization, hyperconnectivity, as well as customer success. Time to market is about the amount of time that you spend to produce a product or feature into the market, right? So that's what he's saying. If you're in BFSI as well in e-commerce, I want this product, I want this feature by yesterday, not today. I want it by yesterday. That is the time to market. Digital transformation, everyone knows about it. Globalization, hyperconnectivity. What is this? It's about connecting different asset class, different products together in a global scales. So if you're in the BFSI sector, you might heard of the term embedded finance, cross-border payments in the global scale. It's a cross-border between countries, right? So it's about globalization, hyperconnectivity, and the last one is customer success. It's a demand from the clients, expectation from the client. The end user is the most difficult. I mean, they're always difficult. They have a lot of expectation, have a lot of demands to us. So that is the drive factor that helps the BFSI companies to grow further. And in my opinion, this is actually the business strategies that can to differentiate your company, your business, stay ahead of the market to gain the competitive edge. And the last but not least, very important, that the factors that governs the BFSI. So you might heard of some: security, compliance, risk management, reliability, and cost, right? Security is about data security, user data protections, as well as how to protect the user wealth, the client wealth, right? Compliance, of course, all the rules, the standard, the regulations set by the governments, set by the international standards. The risk management is all about the best practice to mitigate the financial and non-financial risk to ensure that your company, your operation is stable, right? Reliability and stability, right, is to ensure your business can operate during the economic shocks like the past few days, right? Or to ensure that your company, your business still can operate when there's a system disruption. So stability is very important. So in IT, there was this saying, if things work, don't touch it, right? That's about stability and reliability. And of course, the cost is a very interesting factor, right? Cost management will impact and also affect the decision making of your company, your business, on the adoption of new technology and new innovations, right? So this to me is the complexity of BFSI on the stringent processes, the privacy, operation efficiency. These three lanes are interconnected in the form of strong bonds that makes BFSI, right? So I look at these three lanes. Now talk about the use case. I see a lot of use case and a lot of opportunities in adopting AI in all the three lanes, right? First lens, we talk about human-centric wealth management that comes with a tremendous amount of user data, right? So I can see the opportunities for personalized experience use cases. On the second lens, the strategies, right? It's a market differentiations. It's how you can differentiate yourself from other company and stay competitive. So that's an endless use case in this lane, right? All the use case for AI in this lane. How about the complexity, right? So when I see this complexity, to me it's not just things that hold back AI adoption, but you also things that can push yourself to adopt AI, because it's about the sustainability of your business, right? By adopting AI in internal process, improving your compliance using AI, you will reduce the operational costs, and by then, with that, increasing your ROI and the growth from the within, right? So that's opportunity for growth from the inside, right? So based on that, I come up with some of the use cases that I feel that might be useful for the BFSI. First one is personal experience, of course, providing a financial recommendation product tailored just for you, right? Or doing the chain analysis or product development. Things about cyber security, cyber security use cases like real-time network system analysis or automated your data classification is all very important when you come to the data security and data privacy protections, right? Things like use case in the time to market, right? For your software development teams, you apply things like automated testing, copilot tools, and also AI laptop, right? Use case in financial solutions like personalized financial planner, personalized market analyst using AI to predict the trend, forecast the price, forecast the trend on the markets, right? Use case in marketing campaigns like personalized marketing content just for you based on your behaviors or user behavior. We can have different campaigns for user behavior based on the user behavior, and also automated the campaign creations. Like for example, not in BFSI, but in fashion industry, Mango. Like you heard of the Mango, I know the fruit, the fashion maker, right? Recently they just launched a very first ever AI generated campaign, fully created by AI, right? So this is one of the examples that you can adopt AI marketing campaigns. Another use case is AML KYC, right? How you can adopt AI for cross-border payment, so that you can have a real-time cross-border payment process or real-time KYC, right? I will talk about it later on. How use case in risk management, like automated risk management, adopt and automate on the risk rule checkings. Contract scanning, very important, especially on the onboarding part, that you can have a lot of contracts signed with the client, right? So like last year, I think one of the bank from Germany already applied the contract scannings using AI, so that can help the lawyers, internal lawyers, to scan through on the contract, right? Scam and fraud prevention, right? So in Singapore and some of the country, we have this kill switch function, whereby the end user, if they detect there's some potential scam or fraud, they can just click that button or enter that functions. All your investment, all your transaction, everything will be frozen, right? To stop the scam and fraud. So with AI, we can enhance further on this. We can help the user to prevent scam and fraud, and also to help on the future credit and margin risk using AI to analyze and even highlight to user that, hey, if you continue to trade like this, you continue to spend like this, your credit will burst, your margin will burst, right? And lastly, customer support, 24/7/7 personal assistant, and also like automated your onboarding process, right? So these are all the use cases I find might be useful for BFSI, right? However, let's take a look at some professional research, right? This one come from me, not from the research paper, right? So research paper in Southeast Asia, right? From this last year, November 2024, Gen AI in Finance, Driving Financial Innovation in Southeast Asia, a research report by KB Financial Group, I think from Indonesia, right? They come up with some use cases that may be relevant to Southeast Asia region. Productivity and collaboration, like routine task automations, have your knowledge management, improving your data analytics, and also improve your team communication. For example, UOB in Singapore or Security Bank in the Philippines adopted Copilot to improve their team productivity as well as communication. Another use case is like customer service using AI chatbot and also customer service Copilot, right? For example, Great Eastern or multinational insurance company create a Jerica chatbot, right? So what this chatbot do? It helps the insurance agent to auto detect the claim status as well to check the policy of the clients, right? So they expected this Jerica chatbot can reduce the human error by 25%, right? Or DBS, another bank from Singapore, they launched this CSO assistant, right? So that when the client call, it can transcribe the client's voice into a text. They can query into their knowledge base, and immediately come up with a solution. It will increase and reduce immediately, like in real time. I think in real time, so that the CSO can offer the client immediate solutions on their problem, right? And it also, after the call, the CSO assistant can summarize the call and document everything for you. Another use case is credit scoring and loan approvals, using GenAI to improve the transparency of the credit scoring, right? And also can use to generate the synthetic data. This one is a new term, but it's very important, right? To overcome the limitation of the traditional historical data, right? So, for example, in Indonesia, right? Top reason for using GenAI in micro lending. Top number one is to score for the scoring lender risk profile, right? Second one is determine credit approval. So there's a lot of use case that you can apply for this credit scoring and loan approval. Another one's fraud detection and prevention. Again, using synthetic data to tackle frauds and prevent scam, as well as identity verification. One use case, Bank of Thailand, with the initiative using KYC through the NDID, right? This is a perfect use case. You can adopt AI into this process. Or Swift, they also recently launched last year AI enhanced fraud detection service to improve their fraud detection as well as to validate the transaction. Right. Last but not least, financial planning. You can have personalized plans, real-time market insight analysis. Right. For example, in Malaysia, this IRO robot advisory firm from Malaysia, they launched this Sharia compliant portfolio advisory. But there's endless use case, a lot of use case. So overall, you see a lot of use case that we can use in adopt in BFSI. However, how many companies are ready for this? Right. Oh, thank you for changing the slide. Okay. So based on this report from Ecosystem sponsored by IBM, I think also published on the EDB Economic Development Board of Singapore. Right. The AI readiness parameters, ASEAN AI landscape. Right. So throughout all the participants, 25% of the participants are from the BFSI sector, right? So you see there is this mismatch in the expectation and reality, right? For example, 39% of the company or of the participants who are asked, right, thought that they are in the transformative phase of AI adoption. Actually, the rating was only 4% of them are in this stage, right? So not many of the companies are ready to adopt AI, right? Some use case for the successful adoption of AI. DBS, one of the largest bank in Singapore, they are planning in 2025 upskilling and reskilling 13,000 of their staff into AI and data-related skills. They have over 350 use cases, 800 models implemented, and more importantly, 370 million Sing$ in cost saving last year. Another use case from OCBC, another big bank in Singapore. They are first Singapore banks with their own AI units, right? They have over 300 AI use cases, and now they are entering the quantum computing. Techcombank from Vietnam, 16% of their workforce are in AI and data analytics. Right? I have a pleasure to meet with the CDO there, brilliant guy, right? He transformed the Techcombank into the current state. There is software development time reductions by 40 to 50% with Copilot and AWS Q, right? So, based on this report, the leading AI priority in ASEAN for this year are identifying the use cases, right? And also to improve the data quality and consistency. So, how about the concerns and the challenge, right? Based on this report, Business Opportunity of AI from IDC, sponsored by Microsoft in November 2025. Okay, there are 5 concerns in BFSI when it comes to AI. Data security, data governance, privacy, compliance, and also the threat actor using AI, also the fear that of hacking into AI against, to get the system control, right? In Asia Pacific, okay, the top concern is actually compliance with regulation, right? So this is the top concern, so slow down the adoption of AI in the BFSI. So last part, so with all this concern and with all these opportunities that we see, I want to introduce and show you a bit on the AI adoption of Design Edge. It started quite some time ago before the Gen AI part, right? I think back in 2019, 2020. So we adopt AI in different area, right? From software development, product development, team collaboration, and customer service, we adopt AI in system operation as well, right? We use and adopt AI models, right, specifically per case by case basis. Right? We don't pick one AI model for all the use cases. Right? We choose the right AI models for the use case we want to use. Right? For example, we apply the deep learning models for Zero, LSTM, GNS. Right? We apply the RL techniques or even LLM. So even with LLM, right, we also adopted different LLM models for different use cases, right? From OpenAI, Llama, Mistral, Grand, and DeepSeek. And each model has their own strengths, and we can adopt it for different use cases. We also adopt AI and deploy it differently for different use cases, right? For example, for those non-scientific data use case, we put it on cloud using Ali Cloud or Azure. Data sensitive use case on premise, sometimes hybrid, right? And we also adopt AI in development case by case basis, right? For example, some AI use case we develop in-house, right? Some use case we approach external expertise like TECHVIFY, one of our partners, right? We also make a decision on localizations, meaning that we bring AI features, AI use case from one country to another country and localize it based on the requirement of the market, or we build it from scratch for that particular market, right? Of course, another one, hybrid, right? So some of the items, some of the use case, we localize it, but part of it we develop, right? So let's talk about the product, some of the use case, real use case that we use so far, adopt so far. Software development, like Tony mentioned, we also adopted GitHub Copilot, very powerful, awesome tools. AI enhanced testing. For team collaboration and customer service, we adopted Microsoft Copilot. And also for data sensitivity, for data sensitive use case, we're using our own on-prem AI chatbot so that we can search, the staff can search for all the confidential information easily, right? And we don't have to worry about the data leaking out into the internet, right? We adopted AI in system operations, things like AI enhanced log detections, AI power network intrusion detections, right? Because as OSPA certified, this is what you do, and back in Shanghai TECH, this is what we have. Product development, a lot of use case, right? Things like real-time extraction of news, research report, and financial data, real-time market data and stock information extraction, or personalized content, meaning that we use the behavior and predictive analytics to generate personalized content, like say stock pick, report recommendation based on user behavior, right? So we also adopt AI and build our own AI algorithms for technical analysis and integrate into our chart, right? So if you trade, usually you have fundamental analysis. Either you are the fundamental analysis or you are the technical analysis adopter, right? So we adopt it for TA. And also another use case that we did for product development is multi-tenanted and agent-based Gen AI chatbot for knowledge and personalized assistant. So this is one of the use case and product feature that we partner with TECHVIFY to implement it. So the last one is we also adopt Gen AI to perform fundamental analysis, extraction analysis, right? So this one is a part of that we use Gen AI. And last but not least, we adopted deep learning for stock forecasting, trend forecasting, and stock prediction, right? This one, just one of the few use cases that we adopted in our operation and business use case, right? Right, so before I end today's presentations, I'd like to share with you a quote I find very relevant in today's situation with AI, right? The future belongs to those who see opportunities in the present, by William E. Simon, former Secretary of Treasury of the US. There's a lot of opportunity out there with AI, that you can adopt AI in your business operation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sharing the how AI can transform the BFSI sector and how we can navigate through the complexity of the regulatory compliance. So everyone, please remember that we would have the area for one-on-one networking section. So if you want to talk more with Daniel about like AI and about like BFSI sector, so feel free to connect with us. And now before we move to the next part of our event today, we would love to invite you to enjoy the networking section. So let's take a break for around like 15 minutes. And after that, we will come back with the keynote about transforming AI adoption. Yep. Thank you so much.
Oh, he is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, we will have the tea, coffee served over there. So please enjoy the networking section. Thank you so much.
Very nice to meet you.
Oh, sure. Yeah, anytime. Yeah. And then, yeah. Just borrow your phone.
Are they ready?
Yeah, he's using the toilet. He'll come back.
But like, you ready, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Don't worry about it. Oh, yeah, sure. Go on. He's taking 2 minutes, too. Okay.
about yourself in the interview.
Okay. Oh, here you go. Yep,
and then it will be like interviewing sound. Yeah. just have the tea first, right? I call you when like they're ready.
That right? Yep. That's right. We have enough room. Okay.
Can you come to like photo like yes? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right.
We're gonna stay around for the after we have a demo session, a very special demo session.
I think I may need to like leave early around.
Hopefully after the next session, it should be lunch.
Please stay like during the next section.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much.
I mean, your perspective.
Yeah, just by the way, okay, so it's
ไปเลยประเด็นคือเรียกสมัครพวกคอร์ปอเรทไปไม่มีใครรับคือมันมีหลายอย่างคือโดยปกติแล้วมันมีคนทักมาทุกวันไอ้พวกสำคัญแล้วก็บอกว่าเนี่ยมีตำแหน่งในบลาบลาพี่ก็บอกว่าพอพูดเงินเดือนไปไม่เอาไม่เสียไม่หมดเกิน
ว่าทำใจจริงแค่ทำใจจริง
reconnect กัน reconnect กัน
คุณเป้ก็เป็นน้องในทีม
แต่ว่าก็ยังคุยเรื่องใจจริงด้วยกัน
แล้วเราก็สเปรย์ทำแล้ว
คนละส่วนพี่เป้ดูของก่อนหน้านี้เขาเป็นใจจริงของเราดูเป็นแบบเชิงของ subsidiary เอาเปรี้ยวรุ่นเดียวกับพี่
แต่คือจริงเป้ที่มันน้อยปีเขาเรียกละสี่
ครับเดี๋ยว reconnect กัน
แล้ว
จักไหม
แต่แข่งของอะไรขึ้นส่วนใหญ่มันมีเอาดูมันก็คือเบนน่าจะแข่งกับที่เราก็จะแต่มีทีมซีก็เป็นแต่ไม่ใช่ทีมที่ที่ถูกติดอยู่ไปนั้นใช่ได้ยินไม่ดูออฟติไมซ์ของเราไม่เป็นทีมแต่ทีมที่จะไม่ใช่ทีมที่จะเป็นทีมเขาพอสรุปที่ไมซ์บ้างตอนนี้ไม่คือจริงๆทำก็ดูคลิปที่ได้แล้วก็จะตามเน็ตคือแต่ว่าไม่ได้โฟกัสเขาดูอะไรที่เป็นต่างๆแล้วเนี่ยก็ดูเคสที่เขาพูดพวกนี้ก็คือก็ทำแล้วแต่ว่าลูกค้ามีออกส่วนใหญ่เขาทำเองไม่ค่อยซื้อ
สิ่งนี้เขาทำเองอะหมด
เยอะในตอนนี้เลยเหนื่อยเลยหมอมีหลอดเดินบททุกข์ก็ใหญ่เลย
จับเคยเข้าไปถึง
คนมาดูเลยนะตัวนี้ก็เคยได้ยินชื่อแล้วก็ออกงานเพราะว่ามีเพื่อนเคยตอนนั้นไม่วินมีคดีทีแต่ไม่ได้อยู่งานเขาเป็นดีก็ดูตัวแต่ว่าไม่ตอนนั้นมีน้องคนหนึ่งเขาสมัครทีมเนี่ยเขาสัมภาษณ์เรียบร้อยได้ไปที่ถามมาสัมภาษณ์แล้วก็ถามเขาเป็นดีตอนนั้นเป็นที่เล่นตอนที่เป็นก็วันนั้นผมก็เคยพูดให้ก็เคยพูดให้ทีมฝั่งเล่นของใต้ก็มีเนชั่นแล้วก็มีทีมที่ดูเรื่องระบบ
อยากทีมอ่ะกุ้งสีไหลดูมาก
เจ็ดมีเยอะถามเขาให้หน่อยดีไหมจะมีอินเทอร์วิว
ที่เนี่ยทำคอนซัลท์หรอ
ดีเหรอก็ตอนนี้อยู่คอนซัลท์เลยลูกค้าที่มาวันนี้มีคอนซัลท์คนเดียวนอกนั้นที่เขาเบรกเลย
รอเขามาตื่นขึ้นมา
So ladies and gentlemen, our event will resume in 4 minutes. So feel free to finish the networking session and come back to the seat. Thank you so much for your cooperation.
นี่อยู่ตอนเดือน
เคสเป็นไงบ้างคะ
So welcome back everyone. Are we good with the networking session? Are you get the coffee and tea ready? Yes, thank you so much. And I think that it's time for us to move to the next keynote session. So now I would love to welcome David, our head of technical consultant from TECHVIFY, to share how we transform the business with AI adoption of TECHVIFY. So please join me in welcoming David to the stage. So David brings more than 12 years of experience in digital transformation and in AI projects for a lot of clients. And you can see that right now, David is the head of technical consultant from TECHVIFY Corporation. And his team are the one behind the mega project from TECHVIFY, like KPMG, TL Apollo, DCH International, or Singapore Power Grid. So for more information, so kindly note that we already prepared some gifts in front of you, together with our brochure and all the information that you need for the event today. And also, everyone, please give another big applause for David to the stage.
Welcome once again. Good afternoon. Today, I'm very glad to be here. Listening the few keynote from Mr. Sumi and Mr. Sandole as well. I learned from that one. And hopefully I can share a few my experience and my adoption, AI adoption journey, and a few quick wins I think is very helpful for join my journey business in this year to adopt the AI now. So talking about a little bit about my team first. So basically I'm from the TECHVIFY Consulting. My team is the consulting brand, a dedicated team from the TECHVIFY Corporation. We are a team having many experts and solution engineers working together. And currently, and with our mission, we want to become a leading consulting company in the digital transformation and recognizing the delivering the innovative solution to our clients around the world. In current our achievement, we already work very closely with a few our partners, like most our clients right now. We are working with Singapore Power Group, that is the largest power group in Singapore. And secondly, we're working with KPMG, TL Apollo in the Thai or in the Gulf countries. Some other company like DCH from the Vito de Yole, and some other company from the Europe and Australia as well. With our company providing different consulting service, including providing the end-to-end AI service development, but also providing for other like cloud service, do the application modernizations, and also providing application managed service as well. And we're also providing our solution like AI powered recommendations, AI powered customer service, and AI powered voice center, voice call center. So this is our recognition, internal recognition, and some certification as well. So we certified by some ISO certificate and some other professional certificate as well. And we are proud to become the top 10 leading IT and AI consulting company in Vietnam. So this is our session today. The first one, I want to introduce how AI is put your business TECHVIFY today and what is actually behind all the AI movements in this year. Secondly, I want to share a few case studies. I think this could be a quick link for your enterprise company across the industries. And the first one, how we starting with the AI adoption journey, how we see the challenge in the AI adoption journey and some key takeaway to tie past that challenge. And the fourth and the fifth, I want to see how we driving effectiveness in the AI adoption and why you should partner with us to become the AI partner to delivering your AI adoption this year. Okay, let's see. So as you know, you already heard and already listened previous keynote. We see a lot of use case, right? But most of the people don't really know how the AI actually works. Seen from we know the ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT actually the first movement had everyone know AI actually can do right now. With the ChatGPT, you really can have a lot at the assistant to directly like you can ask every question and it can provide any answer. But actually the accuracy is not really good enough. But now today I think the ChatGPT already released like ChatGPT 4.3, 4.5 already. That is quite good enough in the accuracy. And the second movement is about the DeepSeek. I think from the DeepSeek is make wow in the world because the Chinese they have the limitation about the infrastructure hardware, right? The US cannot sell it the good hardware like Blackwell from the NVIDIA to the Chinese, but they somehow they optimize the model and they training the DeepSeek and the DeepSeek providing very high accuracy and make the AI more cheaper and easier to adopt in the countries. So even I can see like in the Thai, right, we cannot easy to adopt the model like from the OpenAI, like OpenAI GPT, but we can adopt the DeepSeek to become the replacements for the OpenAI and other model as well because it's open source. We can access and we can fine tuning to become our self-hosting model and to serve it in the Thai as well. And the first one, I think this one is just new, but make the world feel wow. It's not only providing the answer by the text or voice right now, but the AI really can do things like for example, in Thai right now, I want to buy some food, but there is many vendors right now. I can order on the Grab or the Shopee food, or maybe for other vendors, right? But in that one, I maybe consider about the cost. Any voucher or coupons I can apply to optimize my cost right now, right? However, with the open with the master, right, you can ask, please have me to buy the cheapest food and have me order, for example, you can do right now. So we can think like AI now can see, can listen, can have you do the action without your manual tasking. So it can automate fully right now. Yeah, so I can see in the future, if by end of this year or maybe in the next year, we can apply the AI in very across industry and this can have fully automate every task. Okay, so what is behind the scenes of the DeepSeek or Mandas or even the ChatGPT right now? Actually, they apply the concept of AI agent. So AI agents is the digital assistant to help you answer the questions. A question here is your prompt, okay, on the top, and this can proactively to manage tasks, coordinate complex workflow, and even make decisions on your behalf. So you also can put in the human in the loop. You can ask the agent to work for you or not, or it's maybe you automatically to on behalf or when you given these permissions. So in the TECHVIFY, right, or even in our client, we already adopt the AI agent quite a lot. So there are a few use cases very familiar. So first one, I see my client, they already adopt the customer service agents. This customer service agent, right, this can replace and help you to prevent awareness in the customer support. So for example, So for example, like when you have a platform, any software platform or even the other, maybe customer just asking a very complicated question, right? Maybe 55 or 65, right? So to see how the system having the knowledge base can help you answer all the questions, usually we build knowledge base, right? However, customer feel like they need to meet some person to answer question in the first time, right? So they want to do the research on your knowledge base management, something like that. So we may have the customer service agent access to your data, like the more group is already built, right? You have the unstructured data, structured data, you make the training for the agent and you can make any prompt to get the data, right? And the secondly, I think it's quite helpful for my company is about the legal and policy agent. So you know our company, we have over 400 of people, but in our accountant and the legal, we just have under 5 people. But thanks to the AI agent, it helps us to automate legal research and do the contract drafting and complexity tracking as well. So this one help our accountant and legal department prevent the overhead and working professional like 10 staff, I think so. Another in our company, we apply the coding and testing agent. We say that's either vibe coding. Vibe coding is meant here, like Jamal Group already present. We ask lobby, right? Is able to prototype, building a prototype for some software, right? But not only build the prototype software, we can do the automation testing as well. Or even right now, the agent can do for you like coding, testing, also deploys, automate fully. We already applied this one in the TECHVIFY. And another, like we have the call center agent, trading market analysis. This one is quite interesting. For example, you can crawling the data ultimately from the different resource, and you make comparison the market stock from the different company, and can have you providing the insight. So in a wonderful day, I can say, I can ask the agent like, should I buy this one or should I sell this one, right? Or even it's also have me gathering the data maybe from the private resource or even public resource as well. Yeah, so it's quite good. And finally, I think online meeting agent is more popular right now. Maybe you use the Microsoft Teams or other online meeting software, right? It's now can help you transcription, more summarization, for example. Okay, so what is the quick win solution or the use case? So firstly, I would like to introduce our optimal advice, the AI recommendation. Our AI recommendation solution. So why we have this solution? Basically, in the few months ago, I heard a lot about our sales team. They said that when we visit to Thailand, right, we met 20 customers. They asking about, do you have a recommendation system? Because when we do the shopping or when we do everything, right, we need the advice, but the advice should be providing the accurate answer and what we need. So, sorry. Oh. Sorry. I back. Sorry. Oh, sorry. I think I have a problem with slide. But actually, the first one I would like introduce the omni-channel AI customer service. I can get back to you about the recommendation system later. But this one, why we build this one? So let me think about. So nowadays we're not selling, we not support the customer from single platform. We support customer in the cross platform. For example, in Thai we may use the live chat, but also other customer when they visit to Thai they may use the WhatsApp or Facebook or maybe visit the website to need your support as well, right? So here we build the omni-channel integration with the AI agent, so it can have the customer service agent can automate and hands-off answer 190 or 100 all the questions, but also can help you to do all the tasking and providing the summarization to help you working with your client better. So with our solution, right, we get integration with the channel right now, but you also can extend and scalable by integration, for example, with the API. Okay, and when you can see here, right, when the customer they asking, for example, from your website or maybe from the different channel, the AI can take care and answer your question before user want to meet some your human. So you see that in the data it can access your knowledge base. Knowledge base maybe from your KMS, CMS, or maybe from your knowledge base data document, for example. And even that is also have you automate to make the scheduler appointment with the customer as well. So for example, a customer want to appointment with someone or some meeting, right? The AI agent can automate to have you shorten your schedule in the meeting and have you creating the online meeting or some offline meeting as well. And in the case, right, user is see that they really need answer more emotional and needs to meet the human, right? We can let the AI can handle and let and automate to assigning with the human for support. So before the human support, right, AI agent can do summarization with the content from the previous conversation, and this one is very helpful to allow the customer service agent can quickly to understand what they can provide the support. But not only provide the support, right? When you do the writing, right, you can having more professional by allow the AI can help you assist in the rewriting or maybe rewriting. For example, it's can help to prevent some mistake in the prompting, but also can make longer, shorter, like that. Okay. Besides that, right, we not only do the customer service support, but we also can have the easy intelligence inside by the AI. Okay, so you can easy to get what the topic, how many. We also can calculate performance of the customer certification score as well from the AI or maybe the vision. So this one very helpful for your business to see whether the most topic the customers access to your product and how the AI really helpful. This one is very important for the C-level to see how it return investment. Yeah. So with this one, right, we can see that this can apply in the cross industries, not only for a traditional system, but you can refers like in the, for example, in the retails, right, you can provide the consistent brand experience in the cross. For example, you can provide the customer service in the shop, in your website, but also in Shopee or your Grab, for example, like that. Okay. The next one, I would like to provide us the AI recommendation solution. So it's not providing like the product recommendation, but where the recommendation can apply, like we can use the voice to search for recommendation, we can use the image to search recommendation, but this one also can support like multiple language support. So let's thinking about when foreigner visits to the Thai, right? They want to buy something, but most of the website is support for the Thai language, right? We very hard to support like how people can use the modern language to support our website. So in our agent, we also can provide the multi-language language support. So so with our recommendation, right, we think that is providing the better way to build the recommendation compared to the traditional. So when you build the traditional recommendation, you have to or search by the item. We can ask the agent like show me all the information by give me some toys or some product, right? Then it can return the answer. From that one, you can easily click to add to cart or view detailed information. Yeah. Or even after you already add to cart, you also can ask it very happy to check out, and after its process, it can redirect to the payment gateway. You complete the payment gateway and it's returned, and finally you complete all the process in the single interface. Yeah, and this one is help you to optimize the time and provide you more conservation rates when we apply for the topic. Okay. So not only for the retail commerce, but we also can thinking more the use case for the different industry as well. So for example, in the finance, we can recommend with the financial product tailored to the need, right? And also provide the assistant to help you to connect with your trading platform, for example. Okay, the next one. So let's meet my Sarah agent. So I quite love her because she is very smart and can help to transform the call center. So with my Sarah agent, so it's not only the answers for the general question like what the service you're offering, how I can do this, do that, but it also can help to automate to working with most of the requests from customer to interact with their product or their subscription. For example, in this case, I make for the bank. So as you know, when you call into the call center for the bank, right, you have to enter 1 or 2 or 3 to select the option to working with a specific workflow. However, by leverage the natural language processing, I can use my natural language. I can speak any language, like I can speak Vietnamese, English, or even Thai. Then my call center can answer by the language from the input. And even that, if I want to log out my credit card physical, I think there are some unauthorized transactions, right? Then the call center also can run the workflow to ask the user like, please provide me your information, and we continue the step until it's provided all the information needed, and finally it's asked the user, do you want to log or not? And after get approval from users, it will automate to log your card as well. Yeah. So not only integration, but we also can integrate with the data, visit data insight as well. From the conservation, we can get all the information like what the people is talking, so and what the language they talk, and it also help you to automate to prioritize all the tickets in your call center as well. So later on, maybe some human can connect again to your customer to make the survey or some other process. Yeah. Yeah. The next one, I think we work with a few manufacturers clients, and especially like, for example, in the TAL apparel. So here there are some use cases we already introduce and apply in our client. For example, we use the AI to optimize the production line. For example, we can build the automation workflow. So this one can automate fully to allow all the workflow can save in the time, like from the 10 minutes or 1 hour, 2 hours to become just a few seconds. For example, you maybe have the documentation. You want to upload an integration with your ERP system, right? Then maybe you need a human or many different manual tasking to complete all the process. But with the AI, it just needs a few seconds to complete all the workflow. And absolutely, when you input the documentation, it's maybe having a different layout format, maybe English or Thai, right? But with the AI, it's easy to understand by its capability, and you can input to your ERP system. Yeah. Okay. So when you upload to AI, right? Absolutely, we have the challenge. Most of the people interesting about AI, but they don't really see what is the challenge behind the scenes. So firstly, I think to have a good AI system, firstly we have to thinking about the data quality and management. So if we have a good for the data platform, right, and we also have a good data source. It's already clean or do everything test, then that's what will improve for our accuracy. And secondly, I think when we adopt the AI, actually we have a lot of use case, but we don't really know which one should be fit with our business and really become a quick win to solve to the C-level C. It could be return investment in the future. So the thing is about human, actually about the talent and expertise gap, right? You need someone to consult you how to adopt the AI. And another one, because AI changes very fast. We see in the newspaper, people say AI will replace the human, you lost the job, like something like that. I very like the words and Daniel sharing at his last presentation, right? We really want to become replacement, we make it become a opportunity, help us to become more professional and more productive. So I like that one. And absolutely, because you have a lot of legacy system, right? But how really upgrade your legacy system to integration with AI? That's also important. And another about the cost, absolutely. This most thing you have to make with your finance department to explain why this one is so very costly when you apply with AI. And it's really a return investment when I spend with this money. And finally, about the security and data privacy. Because when you allow your AI access to the data, so we also need to let it know which the data is to be accessed, which data is not accessed. Right. Then how we come away? I think the first time we have to do the good in the governance, transparency, and about the AI ethics is very important. Secondly, we need to do the data management practice. The first one, we should identify the right risk solution. So right now in the world, we have a lot of solutions. It could be the open source, closed source, but we need to thinking how to resist because they also provide pros and cons. Some solutions they're providing very high accurate, but also coming with the high cost as well. But some solution is providing the balance, but also have the low cost, like DeepSeek R1, for example. And finally, you should find a right AI partner to help you adopt the AI quickly, because they have a lot of experience from the different project journey that you can easily to quickly get advice from them. Okay. Another, so why we think that TECHVIFY could be your AI partner? We work with a lot of clients. We have experience in many years. Even my self experience, I work with the AI traditional in few years ago before I move into the Gen AI AI agent right now. So we already built a platform. This platform is not only connected to a specific, large language model provider, but it's also integration. We say that that's the AI gateway. About the missing the solution, right? We not integration with one LLM, but we can utilization with the LLM model. So some LLM model is good in the providing recommendation, but some LLM model is good in the vision capability as well. So example, you leverage the vision to do the image search or maybe generate for the image, right? But not the GPT maybe not providing good enough compared to other Gemini, for example, or Grok model, for example. And as well as to integration with your legacy system, right? There are some protocol. We need a unified protocol. Here we leverage the model context protocol. That's one will become the unified protocol to integration with any system. It could be the API, ERP, database, just via single interface. And we also already experienced quite a lot of, the framework, open source, even our in-house, or even from the open source, or maybe from the different infrastructure partner, or maybe even intelligence side. So we have really good benchmarks and experience to explain which one could be your fit with your solution. Yeah. So now, right, maybe you make the question, because we're talking about the AI agent, but before we have the AI agent, what is the use case we can apply? So the first one, I think, for the level 1, you maybe leverage the visual argument generation. Basically, let's thinking in your company, you maybe have 2,000 employees, maybe more, but how we optimize the performance, or how we reduce the cost, and you can have more the return investment, right? We can thinking about the build assistant platform where the people can build their own assistant or AI agent, right? They can choose the model by themselves. They can writing the prompt, integration with the data, and finally they can have their own assistant to have their work every day, right? And secondly, right, we move into the AI agentic. So here the use case here, the AI agentic can do the reasoning, planning, and automate to providing the AI intelligent data. For example, in our use case, we integration with our recommendation system. It learns by itself from the data. For example, from historic purchasing, from our product data catalog training, and also from the from other resources as well. And it will ultimately providing the data by for recommendation. And the next one, the highest level, we will build the AI agent to allow for autonomous fully support for customer. So we don't need to overhead for many manual tasking and repeated tasking. But not only about the single agent, we can allow the multiple agents to working together. So if you know about the Modernization, like behind the scenes of the Modernization is integration with multi-agent and the tools and integration to working together. And finally, you will have the result from your prompting, right? Okay, so if I have one slide, let's go one by one. So to build the AI effectiveness in your enterprise and your business, firstly, we need to build a strategic alignment. This one very important from the high level of the most C-level. So we need to inspiring people about the AI can help them to change their life or even optimize their work performance and have the company grow investment as well. And the second one, we need to do the change management and culture. If you don't have any AI, the chief AI officer, some heads of AI product or maybe consulting, very expertise in the AI, you should hire someone. Yeah, because it's very important to have you to oversee to how which one can be applied to AI. Because right now we have a lot of software product can use. And the next one, infrastructure and integration. Because the AI built on the top of the infrastructure, you cannot work with AI without the high performance infrastructure, right? And we should to see how we build the robust infrastructure. And the next one, because when we build the AI, absolutely we're coming with a very high cost. So we need to oversee which one is more high impact use case, and it could be the short win or quick win. So that's one good tech to get return investment very soon, and also inspiring all the people to see how the AI can happen now today. And the next one, absolutely we need to do the monitoring to see how the AI really do the return investment. And finally, we should have the ethics and governance. It's very important. If we want to be like having some terminal, the robot replace our daily life, right? So we should have the governance ethics to use how AI really become our friend or our helper, not regulators for most our daily
No worries.
Right.
Actually, we
And
finished this and we're about
to
to
do
start
that, right,
this question.
absolutely we have four steps. Firstly, you still need to assess the plan for the whole IT of the landscape and align with your business goal. Secondly, you should adopt the secure, scalable architecture and infrastructure. And the next one, you launched a pilot project, and I say that is a quick win project to see the raw return investment can impact to your operation. And finally, we continue to iterate the pilot project, enhance this operation, improve its accuracy, and introduce more to the people. Right. Okay, so why you should choose the TECHVIFY to become the AI partner? So we have the CSAD, we have 95 happy clients. Why we have this score? Because we apply the AI environment in the most looking in the software development, in our consulting, in the meeting, everything. We try to optimize and push all the community of the Vietnamese people and all our co-worker friends around the world to having like 10 times performance and more professional in that one. And we saving for client for the my timeline for deliver the software, deliver the AI product by 60 times quicker compared to the traditional approach. And finally, when we saving more the time, it means we also saving more the cost. So you don't need more human to work on the whole product. We can allow a few people to work more performance and saving your cost spent in the IT as well. And of course, in our team, right, we have an offering to build the AI agent from the step 1 to step 4. So we can involve in the first one, like build the strategy and consulting. So our result, we can help you to providing the clear strategy for AI agent adoption and modernization, and providing recommendation which wants to be the highest impact or maybe quick win to adopt for your company or your business. And the secondly, we have the development and integration. We oversee your legacy system. We understand what is the needs to do the AI development, and also we also design architectures to have you not only build for one product. We maybe have a scalable architecture to build more products on the top of one architecture. And the first one, very important, most enterprise business about the security and compliance. Yeah, so we explain how we can achieve to comply with some standards for ISO, for the SOC, for the HIPAA, for in the healthcare, or maybe GDPR is from the governing country and country compliance, or maybe in your enterprise compliance. And finally, after we build right, we also support for how we manage the AI, improve its accuracy, operation is efficiency in the scalable and the cost as well. Yeah. Okay, so if you're interested with all of the use case, you can scan my QR code and you can experience our playground demo. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for those valuable insights. So everyone, you can see that on the screen here, we have the QR code for our interactive playground. So feel free to get your phone and scan the QR code and get some interaction with our session. And please remember that if you want to have the one-on-one networking session with our keynote speakers, so feel free to in touch with us. So after that, we hope that you would have the engaging and insightful discussion. So I think that later on we can also share with you some more the showcase or the quick win AI solution from our side, so that you can have a look and consider for your AI adoption journey. So everyone, so I think that right now we are turning to our highlight discussion for today's event, our panel discussion. So I think that we will have our event team to have arranged the part a little bit, and in the meantime you can still play around with our showcase over here. our keynote speakers. Each organization will face unique challenges when implementing AI. So our panel discussion will explore not only about AI adoption journey, but also discussing necessary steps for companies to upgrade and modernize their system, foundational work that is crucial for creating a clear roadmap for successful AI integration. So it's my very pleasure to welcome back to the stage Mr. Vincent Ding, who will be the moderator this discussion. And joining Kun Vincent, there we will have distinct guest, a keynote speaker. First, we have Mr. Tony William, and one more special guest from Demo Group, Mr. Anand Kaniyonde, General Manager, Omnichannel and Marketing Innovation, Mr. Daniel Lay from DZH International, and Mr. David Ho from TECHVIFY Corporation. So please welcome our moderators and panelists to the stage.
Yeah, please come to the stage, right? Maybe like, you can like sit right like in front of your picture. Okay. Alright. Yes. Okay. Alright, so hello everyone again, right? So it's time to start our panel discussion today. So I know that it's very quite a long section of today already. So I try to go straight to the point for the panel discussion today, and hopefully that I will put some very tough question for all of our panelists here, right? To wake up everyone. Okay. Alright, so just to introduce to you all again about the panelists joining us in the panel discussion today. So we're gonna have David, head of technology consulting coming from TECHVIFY Corporation. He just presented the section to you already. Next we have Daniel. Daniel is the director for special project coming from DZH International Singapore. Next we have Tony, from the VP of Marketing Innovation and also Data Intelligence coming from the MOG Group, Thailand. And we have Kun Anand, General Manager for Omnichannel and Marketing Innovation coming from the MOG Group, Thailand as well. Like I mentioned, right, the motivation for us to start our event today, I think AI is not something new right now. And something really trendy because we all see AI coming to the very common topic everyone talk about, and when we see the benefit coming from AI to the business and the operation as well. However, I think the biggest question for us right now is how we can bring AI effectively, right, to the business and to the operation as well. There will be some condition for the company to really apply AI effectively into the business and operation as well. So coming up to the topic, the main topic for our panel discussion today, so it's going to be AI adoption journey. We're putting in the context how we need to upgrade our system and also how we need to modernize our system as well. Because for the big company, they always have the very big legacy system as well. And we all know that to apply AI effective, right, the first thing we need to have is going to be the very data structure, the data flow. It must be standard, it must come first, right, before we apply AI effective into that. So let's start first with the retail industry, right, Kun Tony and Kun Anand. So recently I read an article posted in Bangkok Post. They are saying 70% of the Thai company, including the public and also the private sector, they already apply using AI, right? And for the rest of 73%, they plan to do it right now. It is increased by 2% coming to the previous year, 2023. for me, it's quite like a little low percentage of AI adoption, right? So as a leader, as one of the leader in the retail industry, so what do you think about that, Kun Tony, for your industry?
For me, it's come up with many reasons too, right? First, it's about like, 2 years ago, right? AI coming, Gen AI coming, activity, everything, wow, right? And how can we do? The thing is, we can't offer over there to the public AI, right? This is the first part of regulation. This is the other one. Yeah, and if we not, right, we not use like that, how can we do? We're gonna move the AI to our system, right? Yeah. But it's not easy to, because like you mentioned, we have a lot of big legacy systems. Yeah. It's not connected. It's like page by page, right? The thing we do is about, it's not easy for every company maybe to, right? Maybe, but for us, it's very difficult. Yeah. We try to connect this one with the center, like an ETL or something, right? For logging data to the safe, right? And then we can use it. Yeah. We use our AI. It's the recent one, right? Then, and the other one is about the people too. They scare, right, about AI to replace the job that I mentioned before, right? Because AI coming in to do the job because AI can do 24/7 with no sick leave, no emotional work. And then, that's why they scare. The thing is, the second reason is about people, right? Yeah.
All right. So, like in conclusion, I think that you just shared the two very important points to apply AI effectively, right? The first is going to be like the system. It first it must be connected together, and the second thing is about like the readiness of the people, right? Do you think like they are scaring that like the AI is gonna take?
I think it's not different from before. Yeah, it's not different from before, but now they know AI already. Before, 2 years ago, it might be different.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. All right.
But now they adopt faster than before.
All right, I see. Yeah, thank you, Kuntani. So I think like among like three keynote section today, right? I think like all of our speaker already mentioned, maybe like there will be 3 level of AI adoption right now: Gen AI, Agent AI, and also like agentic AI as well. I think it's just to like give a little more differentiate about like 3 level like that before I come back to the retail industry. I'm gonna ask David. Right, David, you are the consultant for many like big companies right now, and I think like they have been through different level of AI adoption right now. So can you just please like differentiate between 3 levels like I just mentioned? What's the very like different thing like for each level like this? Okay.
Yeah. So I think for the level 1, right, that is more the simple use case we can adopt now today. Just very thinking simple. You have a lot of documentation and you know how you can search your data. Every day I work, I really need to find my data, find something. It can be from my conservation with my colleagues, from my customer, from all the my documentation in my OneDrive or maybe from Router, right? So now I need to get this quick and summarization. So I think the first one very easy to adopt. And the secondly, for the level agentic, right, we thinking about some repeat task, right? We need to automate. So just as Tony says, AI.
I think you just mentioned about like agent AI, right?
Agentic AI. So agentic AI is just automation, right? Yeah. So we try to automate all repeat tasks. So it can work in 24/7. So I can easy to take the screen and it can work for me, right? And the third one is about the AI agent. AI agent is about we need to access more the data source, make it work more, just like answer your question. It can do the planning, do your work, and finally can bring the result.
Okay.
Yeah. So, for example, right, at the retail company, they can build the AI agent to allow the user can automate shopping.
Okay, right. I see. All right. Yeah, thank you, David. So with 3 level of AI adoption right now, right? I'm about to ask a very tough question to Kun Anand, right? So where do you think the mall group right now? You guys are in like the journey of AI adoption like that.
I think when it comes to journey, like what Tony said earlier, it's quite hard for a retail company to just go in and adopt AI just because the buzz is all around.
Yeah.
So for us, it's like to start something, okay, legacy system aside, like we need to find the problem first. So So the way that we adopt AI is actually scattered around. And when we say scattered around, it's scattered into various functions within the business itself. So for example, we use the first level of AI. Okay, we use AI to just like for personal, we let it write emails for us, summarize meetings for us. And when we talk about the agent AI, we try to go with something with a small language model first. For example, like the agent bot or the chat bots that are just having like, that are just able to answer like just the FAQs, not in too much detail, because again, AI is also liable for what they say, right? So I would say like today we are in the level 1, level 2. We are moving forward into level 3 right now. I mean, we are in discussion with yourself as well. So we are moving into level 3. We have big plans, but soon we will be there. Hopefully within the year itself.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So my next question is also like come to you as well. Okay, so I mean like you just mentioned, right? Maybe like the mall group, like the mall group is in between like level 2 and level 3, right? Like that. So I mean like what else do you need like? Do you think like the more need right now to just like level up yourself to the next level?
I mean, like on level up, of course, I mean, we need to level up just to make things easier, but some things can remain in level 1, some things can remain in level 2, but definitely we'll need some things in level 3 as well.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that if we have level 3, level 2 is not going to be there. It's still going to be there as well.
I see, yeah. Because like it's going to be like the whole journey with different use cases, right? We're going to transform.
Yes. So level 3 would be something like the CDP recommendation or recommendations, campaign management, coming up with new campaigns for us. Level 1 would just be like people using mid-journey for content creation,
I see.
Image creation.
All right. But like I do understand that like for the mall group, right, the entire system would be like the very key one.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I mean like all the use cases regarding AI should be like come around that like entire system as well. Right? So I mean it should level up to the level 3, right? Maybe like the flow of data and something is going to be standardized first, right? Yes, right? Okay.
Of course, so again, we come to that, I mean, working with legacy systems takes a bit of time.
Okay.
Like we might take maybe a year to structure our data before we go into account and so on.
I see. Yeah. All right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. I would like to ask the same question for Kun Tommy. However, it's going to be like in the larger scope, right? With the whole like retail industry in Thailand, right? It's not just about like the mall group anymore. It's going to be like the whole industry. So you do think like where they are right now in terms of 3 level of AI adoption, like we just mentioned, right? And what else they need to do to just like level up themselves to the next level of AI adoption?
I can mention to another company, but I can mention about more. Yeah, but for us, it's about like for the first that you say, right, for the level 1, right, it's like general, right, the AI in general. They can apply to everything, right? About level 2 is about, like you said, like agentic AI, right? But for me, the one dimension is about when they combine together to do super AI. So the thing they got prepared a lot about the system. They should connect it all together and then make it sure that are training them too, right? Because you need to have time to train them. Because when we put the data in, right, we need some data out to measure too, right? The thing, if you can't measure it, maybe it's not make sense for sure. Maybe they answer the wrong section. Do you think you don't need you die the customer today?
Okay, I see. So come up again, I think like you just shared a very important point. Even right now, we think AI is something very like magical, right? However, like, to really like get AI into that, right? The first thing, very fundamental thing we need to do right now is like make sure that like all the systems work together, connect together.
Yeah.
Right? The very fundamental thing that many companies right now I think they are still struggling about. Do you think so?
I think so. Yeah. I think it's a really big company, right? Still have legacy.
Okay. Yeah. So they try to connect them together first.
Yeah. Or maybe they move some data, right, to somewhere like data warehouse or something. But it still have time.
Okay.
Maybe it's minus 1 day something.
All right.
Maybe you don't need it, right? You need to clear time.
I see. All right. Yeah. Very agree. I think it's gonna be like Daniel, do you have any idea on that as well? Like maybe not in the retail industry, but like for the company right now, especially in the field of BFSI, right?
Right. Well, I mean, the two levels of AI, right? So, of course, the most important things, in my opinion, is out of the data structure, so you have to structure the data properly. But I mean, I have talked to a few companies in Singapore. So actually, there is a funny story that is every department build their own AI. So sometimes, after a while, they realize that there's some overlapping, right? So they look at the cost that that different departments adopted AI, end up the cost skyrockets, right? So they are looking at hey, what we are doing is wrong. We should not be like looking at the AI on a department level. So it should be on the entire organization. Need to sit down together, talk about it, brainstorm together, come up with a so-called unified solution, a unified system for the entire AI innovations in the companies. That's how you can connect your AI's use cases and AI engines together. Because different departments, different teams will have different use cases, right? They have their own strength and knowledge in their own fields, right? Accounting teams work on money, right? So finance team also strategies, technology, work with technical stuff, right? So they have to come together. So that's the most important things, right? Come together, talk about this, and come with the solution instead of yeah.
Right. Yeah, thank you.
I need to add something like you said in the cost too, right? Sure. So that's why many companies can't apply it, maybe the cost. Right? And if you build this new system, right, from the legacy system, maybe you have to build a lot of stuff, right, to do, right? And then I think the same issue in every company is about ROI. If you can't answer then why you gotta make it? Right? Maybe it's not the time to do it right now.
I see. Yeah, it's very important to talk about like the return on investment, right? I'm gonna have a question like by the end of this final discussion, talking specifically about the return on investment and also like the thought process and also the way of approach to apply AI effectively into the business and also the operation as well. So just come back like to the retail industry a little bit more. I think like during the presentation, right, Tony already shared a lot of use cases regarding AI adoption for the mall. However, I think like there will be coming up like for the very popular use cases regarding AI adoption as well. So I mean like what else of use cases regarding AI adoption do you think is gonna be like more popular for the retail industry in Thailand right now? Something like some idea you can suggest to all our like attendees here. Kunanan, I think.
I think that we've already adopted a lot.
Yeah.
AI. I think the next thing that we might be coming up with, or I think the next thing that we could see would be like, especially in shopping malls, not just from the retailer side, but more we would be seeing more from the tenant side as well.
Okay.
Like some of our tenants today, like Sephora, you go in, they already have the AI where like puts makeup on you and you go and you just swipe your card, or he knows what you need, especially on the membership. So I think we'll be seeing a lot more on the tenant side.
I see. Okay. Well, what about you? So what do you think, David, about like some use cases?
Yes. So in Vietnam, right, we have very big vision about the new AI for every people. Like we say that the vision AI is made commercial AI, right? So in Thailand, I also see the simple step. I read about it, I understand. I think the most use case we can do is use AI assistant everywhere. Yeah. Everyone can access to the AI. And they feel better in the life.
All right. I'm gonna give the final conclusion to Tony, right?
Not final conclusion. For us, maybe we have some use case with about the tourists too. Because we have some historical data, right, from the local side. Sure. But maybe the AI can apply from data from outside. and then they will know more about the tourists too, and then they can suggest them what they need to. So otherwise, it's another use case to think about it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Kuntani. Actually, being in our conversation before with Kuntani already suggests me just think about any idea how you can track the foreigners when they travel to Thailand. For example, the tourists coming from Vietnam, they went to the mall. How we can recognize this is Vietnamese, and then if they are Vietnamese, right, then we try to offer them better or something, more personalize their shopping experience at the mall, right? So it's gonna be we can use AI for that as well at some level, right? So right now, to be honest, right, I'm still thinking about that as my homework to answer back to Tony, because it will be some, international integration between the application as well. For example, if we're gonna integrate to the end card system from the mall, however, it's better to connect to some communication application from the local country like Vietnam as well. You can know every data of the people from live here, right? So in Vietnam, we're gonna have the same we call Zalo, right? So we can track the information of the people using that application as well.
I mentioned, if you can get data from third party, right? And like you said,
Zalo, yes.
Right? And Chinese they call
WeChat,
right? Something like that. If you can do that, then we can know more.
All right, there we go. Thank you, Kuntani. All right, so now I'm gonna move to the BFSI industry. All right, so actually, as the end-to-end AI strategy and development company, I have had a lot of chances to talk to the CEOs in the BFSI industry. And especially here in Thailand, I got a chance to talk to some CEO working for the insurance company and also some trading company as well. And they shared with me that even they realize the benefit of AI to the company. However, it's really hard for them to change and to adopt with AI because the BFSI industry has a lot of regulations, right? First of all, we cannot replace a broker, a real broker, a human broker, right, by AI. Because right now, it doesn't allow for that because of its very sensitiveness, right? And also the very high responsibility in terms of decision making in the finance industry. So my first question to Daniel is that among a lot of regulation like this, right, what is your advice to the company in the BFSI industry where they can apply and also adopt to AI and then bring them the benefit, instead of just staying there and also waiting until the regulation is changed?
Quite a difficult question. So, all right. Well, maybe my opinions, right? We should not just think about, replace. Let's live together, right? Coexist together, right? So instead of replacing broking system, replace broking dealers, right? Instead, we should, use AI. Let's say I mentioned in my keynote as an assistant or co-pilot for the dealers, for the customer service officers. We should apply it in such a way so that we can coexist and help the dealers or the brokers to make a better decision, to provide a better support and provide a better financial plannings for their clients, right? And also, let's think about AI in terms of internal process, internal compliance process. The third lens in my keynotes on the complexity, use it to improve your internal operations. That is where AI can help on this area.
Yeah. Thank you, Daniel. It really makes sense, right? Instead of trying to make the people scared that AI gonna take their job, right? AI is gonna assist them, right, to make a better decision, more correct, and also better. Time consuming as well, right? Faster in terms of making the decision.
Yeah, that is for now. With the technology advancement, at this rate, I have no idea what will happen in the next 10 years. So, but at this moment, let's live together in harmony, right?
I just have some very interesting thought recently. I don't know where it's gonna be come true, right? So for example, right now when we receive any messages or like the email coming from each other, I really wonder like whether like they're gonna be like written by a Copilot or by ChatGPT or something. Really, right? And if like I see like a mistake in that message or like in the email, I see, oh, that's like the real person. So I mean like coming to the stage, I think like when people they try to avoid the like the perfection, right? They try to like see the mistake to see like that's real. And I want the real like interaction with the people instead of like everything is perfect like with AI, right? I just have the thought like that. I'm not sure like, whether like it's can be come true or not. Right?
Actually, you know, like productivity tools like GitHub Copilot or Microsoft Copilot, in my opinion, where I talk to my teams, my colleagues, is that okay, Microsoft Copilot, for example, can help you to draft your emails, right, quickly in 10 seconds, even 5 seconds. But don't just click the send button. Like, please, just spend another half a minute, 30 seconds to read through what the GitHub, the Microsoft Copilot wrote for you and learn from it. Right, and then you can learn from the way it's construct the wordings, the sentences, the paragraph, and then one day maybe you can just leave it out Microsoft Copilot for an hour, stuff like that. So have to learn from the way you just not to don't rely too much on that. Use it and learn from how it works. Right.
All right. Good. All right, so the next question is about like the data security, right? Everyone knows that the data security in the BFSI industry is really important. It matters a lot and very strict as well. So I mean, right now we see a lot of large language models available in the market right now, coming from Meta, coming from Google or Microsoft as well, right? So like for the BFSI companies to really, I mean like take advantages from this kind of large language model, right? Instead of like you need to spend time, spend money to build that model from scratch, right? It's gonna be like very costly. So is there any way or like what is the like what is the way out for the BFSI company to do that? To take advantages coming from the available large language model, while you can still like remaining keep your information confidential with the very standard data security.
Right, so I think there are few ways of doing it. Okay, so first thing is in my opinion, you can adopt those LLM like Llama, Mistral, or OpenAI. So but you can use that to train on top of those existing models, right? In a sandbox environment, right? So it's like on-prem trainings, or if you use let's say GPT and you train on clouds, you can use the LLM also to generate the synthetic data for you to train on clouds. So that's where you don't have to expose your client data or sensitive data to the cloud, right? So either it's on-premise with all the data you have, or on cloud with synthetic data, right? But if you really want to build it, from scratch, again, using GenAI to generate the data, synthetic data for you to train instead of using the real case scenario, right? And also, it's about how you there's this, in Singapore last year there's a guideline from the MAS on the use of GenAIs to ensure that the output of GenAI must be interpretable, right? So meaning that whatever output the GenAI comes out, it must be able to explain to the user that's why and how it comes up with this output, right? So with this we can ensure that the transparency of the process of the AI as well, right? So there are a few use cases. I talked to the CDO from the bank in Malaysia lately. So again, it's about data protection, data privacy, security. But to them is for those like non-sensitive data. You can use open source and cloud adoptions on the AI models. For those data sensitive, everything must be on-prem. So there's a lot of way around on this angle. Depends on the authority, it depends on where you are. In Singapore, Malaysia, it will be different from Thailand, Singapore, Vietnam. Right, so understand the regulation, understand the approach to adopt and to find the right solution for your AI.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you, Daniel. Technically, do you have any comment on that, David? About like how we can do that way, right? But still keep very strict and also like very standard data security.
Yeah, so I think from my opinion, we have 3 levels for data privacy and security. The first one absolutely about the infrastructure, right? So we should choose which data will be stored in the cloud or the on-prem. So in my opinion, with personal data, we should store in the on-prem cloud. In the on-prem. But for all the application data, we can store in the cloud. And secondly, on the top level of the infrastructure, right, we should have the data governance, the granular control of the data assets, in your database. And the top level, right, when working with large language model, we should manage the in and out. I can say here, we can implementation the guardrail. The guardrail is like a gateway to manage the input from the user, but also manage the output from the large language model response. And in this one, we also have the observability layer and the guardrail to oversee and Daniel said we should understand how it's work, how it's answered like that. So we can have the observability for all the process.
Sure.
Right.
For me, when I add some, the thing is when you store data, right? The data should be in control, right? It should be in our environment, should be in control. But the thing you need to use the open source AI, right? The software you should use the dummy of data, and then to do this one first, build this one first, and then you try to inject to our own environment. I think it's much better.
Something like you're going to use some dummy data to subject first.
Yeah. So make sure the model is work, right? And because if you put our data here outside, it's not work for sure, right?
Alright, then I will test about the security standard first. Alright, thank you. Alright, so we just went through some concern about the adoption for the BFSI industry, right? I think it's still many more as well. However, because of the time today, so I think we just cut it short there. But you still have a chance, right? Just remember that we're gonna have the one-on-one section. If you are interested in talking to any of our panelists here about the use case or their knowledge, they share about their section today, right? Just let us know. We're gonna connect you with the panelists here for the one-on-one section after this panel. Alright, so now I'm moving next because manufacturing is also something really interesting right now to transform with AI. Especially recently you see the US President Donald Trump, right? He just released the new tax policy as well. And every manufacturing company right now, I think they are under very high pressure to optimize their cost of manufacture as well, right? So David, as the head of technology consulting for many manufacturing companies like DL, Paro, Bateras, right? And even Denso as well. So what do you think about the area in the manufacturing sector that they can transform quickly with AI and then bring them the benefit really quick? Putting in the context manufacturing is really complex, right? It's hard for them to change and also to adopt the new technology, right? So what area from what do you think?
Yeah, so when I work with my client in the manufacturing, I can see that the thing cost them is about the business operation workflow. So we can see that when we jump in the one workflow, we see a lot of hands-on by repeat tasks by the different departments. We can see there is some way seamlessly or streamline the workflow, right? So I think that AI can help them to remove all the repeat tasks, scaling down from the day to just a few minutes. Yeah, so it's saving the time and cost, right? And the secondly about the, the production lines, right? In the production line, very important about quality control. So after you produce all the product, we need process for quality control. So for example, in the apparel industry, right, you need to quality control about the measurements. For example, with my t-shirt, I need to double check the measures. The sizing, it fits with my design or some texture on my t-shirts as well, right? So if with the human, right, we maybe need a lot of people and this take time, maybe that's one increase the cost, right? So we can use AI with the vision capability, right, and with the our training model or pre-trained model, right, and we can have to automate for quality control. Yeah, so it's very good.
Okay, so two areas like you just mentioned, the day-to-day tasks, right? And
Yeah,
also
repeat
the
that.
quality control process as well.
Right.
All right, we can apply AI into that too. Will like bring the quick benefit of AI. All right. So yeah. So another question that is really important as well. Like the retail industry, there will be something like Tony just mentioned, like this whole like the AI adoption. Like for example, like for the people, right, the readiness of the people, so like the system readiness as well. They don't speak, they don't come in together. So what else in the manufacturing industry? I mean, like what barriers that hold them back to transform with AI right now?
I think most about the system is not linked. It's not lined up. Yeah, so as Tony said, every system should be lined and integration together.
Okay.
And we can easily to adopt AI in there.
Alright, yeah, alright. What about like the readiness of the people, you think? Because like coming for compared to the retail industry, the manufacturing, it seems like the people working in the manufacturing, right, they are a little like, I mean like not really dynamic, like the people working in the like, I mean like the user, right, sometimes they are not really dynamic, like the people working for some very fast moving like industry like retail or like e-commerce, right? So is there maybe a barrier that hold them back to apply AI, you think?
Yeah, I think because they they're missing some training, governance, or vision, right? And the solution here is as well. Firstly, we should have the visions from the leadership, right? We think that AI should have, and we should put the AI to inspiring people to apply AI to push their productivity.
Okay.
And the secondly, if you don't know our AI, how it can help, you find someone experienced with AI. Yeah, I think we can do the change management.
All right, I see. Yeah. Alright, so like as you just listen to all our panelists just share, right? I think like there will be some very like key takeaway for us. The first thing I mean like it's about like the system upgrade and also system modernization, like the main topic we are discussing right now, right? The system must be linked together, and then like we create the flow of data for AI adoption later on, right? That's really important. The second thing is going to be like the readiness of the people. They want to use AI, right? They want to transform with AI. And the last point I think is really important as well is about like where we can apply AI, right? So instead of like trying to replace the people by the AI, right? We're going to create like the assistant for the people by AI, right? Better making decision, faster making decision as well.
Yeah, I just want to add something because maybe you should have some sandbox as well, right? Because maybe the data is linked already, it's good already. But if you don't have a sandbox, you can't test it. Like you should test it first, then you can apply your own risk.
I see. Just like take some test first, give the example.
You have some sandbox with the same way.
I see. Okay, yeah, great. Yeah, thank you, good Tony. Yeah, so like that, I have one last question left to ask for all the panelists here. They're gonna share with you guys about like their own opinion and the perspective about AI adoption. Like we just mentioned, right, return on investment, that's really crucial right now for any company to apply AI. So I have a chance to talk to many C-level executives before because like I'm in the position to bring in the solution and also consult them about AI adoption. So they share with me like when they think about AI, right, it's potential. And actively within their organization, right, they have actively collected around like 100 use cases of AI that they think they can like implement that, transform with AI. However, like the thing keep them to, the thing hold them to implement that is gonna be like the return on investment, like Tommy just mentioned, and also like the readiness of the people as well, right? So like as the leader, transforming your organization right now with AI, right? So what is the thought process or like the approach that you are applying to make sure that like you can overcome this objection about the return on investment of the readiness of the people right now? So maybe I'm gonna start first with like Anand, right?
Sure. So you, like you said, like the readiness of the people and to keep them like what is the future within that company and so forth. Yeah. So like we all spoke, like first thing would be like which is the highest impact. Like we already have a list of 100 projects, but out of that, which project actually gives you the most impact out of it? You list them all out, and then you try to see the cost saving over there. But cost saving does not always mean money all the time. It could also come with time. You're saving a lot of time rather than money. And sometimes if you want, say for example, a new hardware in your store, like you might not, and sometimes those are not coming just from, so when they do budgets, they might have two types of funds, right? One is the fund you use to improve your own company, and the second fund would be just like the flex fund, just for show off, like, okay, well, I have this new thing, which every company should have that also as a backup. So if it comes to the flex fund, it's pretty reasonable to just implement the best project that's the best for PR out there. But then when it comes to the normal funds, like we said, like for a hardware itself, sometimes it's not just about the money, it's about people as well sometimes. Like, okay, suppose, for example, if we spoke about tourists, right? So just giving an example there. So we spoke about tourists. Today our staff can speak 2 languages, maybe 3. Worst case, okay, the best case would be 3. But now if we have a machine that can actually greet the people, over there, we might not say, it's not going to just be able to reply in 3 languages. You could reply in 100 languages. So how do you justify that, right? So that would be like, instead of me hiring 1 person, more, 2 person more, okay, I just hired 1 person who can speak every language now. So some of the ROI would be like based on that. And it depends on the project. I would say like mainly would be like, first of all, like training the people by functions. Like we mentioned, like people in the factory which is very labor intensive. They might be, like they don't really need AI today. So when we move to our own functions, maybe okay, the marketing team is a bit more advanced, I would say. So okay, they have content creation, they have just like copywriting. So with all those stuff, they need training first. At least the people, the readiness of the people over there would be a bit sooner than other functions. So we go by marketing, then we go by operations. So it would be like training, and then the later stage I would say like training the right function, and then the ROI, and always have the flex fund.
Thank you, Kunanan. Pointing to Kunanan is not like prioritize. Of course, we need to have the priority first.
Yes.
The second one is about like we choose like which area with the user they are more advanced to learn more about AI,
yes.
Right? And also like consider about like what different kind of functions, right, that you use like that. So, yeah, thank you, Kunanan. Please, Tony.
He said for me already. But I think for me it's about, if you think about 2 things, right? Yeah. First it's about the conversion, right? It's the ROI, sure, right? That's maybe it's not. And the thing is about, we should think about our expert. The thing when we do some job, like you gotta do like 1 week something, or maybe 10 hours. If AI can help you and you learn this, right? And then you can do it just in 1 hour. This is makes sense, really. Because when you say like you gotta do it's like 8 hours. 1 day I'm gonna pay you maybe 100,000 something, I don't know, right? But if it means you can do one goal. This is the thing.
Yeah, thank you. Good study. Yeah, perfect. All right, next. Daniel, please.
Okay, so I think there are a few things I want to share. Okay, to overcome the fear of ROI, right? So, firstly, you need to build, and build a culture of the company. Because when you say about ROI, a lot of companies will say that it's about return on investment. I have to see the money. I have to see the input in money. I have to see output in money. I deduct it. I know whether it's ROI good or not, right? So there's a certain intangible ROI that is very hard to calculate, very hard to compute. Right? For example, if you a lot of companies they foster the culture of AI. They spend a lot of money to build up a culture where everyone adopt AI, right? So the return on investment here may not be in dollar sign. It's built up on new environment, a workplace, in workplace that can retain your staff. That's where from there you can also calculate your ROI, right? So and another one is that in order for them, if they want to calculate the KPI, the ROIs, in my opinion, start small, baby step first, right? To test the environments of your companies, starting from productivity, stuff like that. So that is where a small POC, right? Doing is a smaller group of staff, of your users. From there. You can calculate, let's say I do it for my customer support teams, right? Last time they spent like half an hour just to write one email, now it's just 10 minutes. So that's an ROI there, right? And then always have to have a data governance and also a monitoring system. For example, dashboards, to check, let's say for our GitHub Copilots, right? So when I adopted GitHub Copilots, we created a dashboard. From there, I can see every month, every week, how many people using it. Okay, what's the adoption rates? What are the languages, programming languages that are using the most? And how many percent of the time that the programmers follow or the submission of the GitHub. So all of these are data that will be fruitful in the future. You may not see the ROI right away, but with all data, we can see it in the future.
Sure. Thank you so much, Daniel. Part taken from Daniel is that first, build a culture of return on investment, what it is, right? That it's going to be different in each company, right? The second one is like building the data-driven dashboard as well. We can track the data every week, every month, right? Even if we didn't see the return on the investment coming with the money right away. However, like later on in the future, right, with the data track like that, right, you can track like how people they're going to use the AI effectively for the company, right? Okay, next, David, please.
So I think for most optimize is about how we optimize our people to work for performance, efficiency, and they can work more. With same time that they can do more. So in my experience, I have many different my employee under me. They work in the different roles. So I figure out how they actually work every day, and I will figure out which is the best software. The AI software, right, can help them to change the way they work, to help them like minimize the time from the hour to just a few minutes like that, right? And from that one, they feel think like they work smarter, better, and more performant. They feel happy. That's the way you also have them to keep immersion in my team as well. Yeah, and of course, secondly, very important because nowadays a lot of tools, right? A lot of software. So we need to thinking about how we govern it, how we choose the right tool to apply to everyone. We cannot let 5 people to work in 5 different tools because AI, right? The important is about accuracy. Every tool, each tool is written different accuracy and different in the response, right? So we need to select one for each job.
Alright, thank you, David.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, 10 years ago, right, we talked about digital transformation and then people transformation. But now I think it's time like AI transformation, adopt to the people and the work environment as well. I think it's time to get it.
Okay. It must come together right now, right? You think? Alright, yeah, great point, yeah. Alright, thank you so much for all the panelists, right? Very like valuable point taken, I think from the panel discussion. I think we finished our section today here. And before we join the networking section, actually we already prepared for the networking section right after. We prepare for the drinkers or the food as well. And please join us for the networking section. But before that, I just want to say thank you again to all our speakers, the panelists joining us in the session today. And we just prepare for just a little present as our thank you to you all. Yeah. So yeah, thank you. Please give me an applause, right, to all the speakers and the panelists here. Yeah, once again, please help me to do
So don't forget, if you want to have the one-on-one networking session with our guest speakers, so we have the reserved networking area over there.
And by the way, can I ask, please, you all for a favor, right? Can you please all come here and then we can take a picture together? Okay? Yeah. All right. Can you please just move closer to the, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, ขอบคุณครับ
So ladies and gentlemen, we have the food and beverage over there, so you can see and you can enjoy
And just don't forget, right? If you want to have a one-on-one section, right? Just let us know, and then I will schedule like for the VIP room right there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to the networking section, I want to take a moment to reflect on the incredible insight we've gained. Today's discussion has reinforced that AI isn't just a technological change, it's a transformative force that, implemented thoughtfully, can drive innovation, efficiency, and growth. And on behalf of TECHVIFY Corporation, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to exceptional speakers